Hi there and welcome to chapter 38. Simone and Stefan have just confronted Miss Kaiser with their suspicions that she might have kidnapped the pugs. So let's see how this continues. Frau Kaiser schaut die beiden verwirrt an. Remember, little word at the end belongs to the verb on position 2. Position doesn't mean word, it means position. You can see position 1 could be several words, like Frau Kaiser. So, schaut an, she's looking at the both, and she does so in a verwirrt manner. And if someone is wirr, it's simply messy. So, and when things are messy, you are feeling confused. Yeah, so she is looking at them in confusion. Wovon reden Sie bitte, Simone? This is an interesting thing which you don't need to know yet. It's related to the topic verbs with prepositions. Certain verbs simply come with certain prepositions. For example, waiting for. Yeah, why it is for nobody knows. In German that would be warten auf and not warten für. So this is random and you need to learn this by heart, and I'll show you how when it's time. For now, just be aware. And you see now, reden is married to von. And the wo here actually doesn't mean wo, it's not even related to it. It's basically was in disguise. Nobody knows why, at least I don't know why. There's people who know, but it's not important. So was, von, which simply means what of. Talk, you, Simone, please. So what are you talking about, please? And you will come across davon, which is the opposite of that. What of? That of. Again, that comes later. Ich verstehe nicht, was Sie sagen wollen. Two sentences. Verstehen, our old friend stehen means to stand, and fair, for whatever reason here, is translated as understand. I understand not what you, Simone, lady, yeah, you are addressing her, ma'am, say will. It's actually not will, but it's related to will, so in German it's to want. Wollen is to want. If you really want something and ask that, you don't say ich will, you say ich möchte. She could have said was sie sagen möchten, that's also fine. Wollen is a stronger version of möchten, and in this context it is legit. I don't understand what you want to say. Bitte stellen Sie sich nicht dumm. Dumm is not too easy to recognize. It's a very rare prefix. Sich dumm stellen. Ich stelle mich dumm, possibly like this. Yeah? And you remember, please, stellen, stand. Actually, stellen is to put in a standing fashion. So if I put a glass on the table, I'm stelling it there. And you can remember that by imagining that the double L is two legs of a person. It ends here. And it's related to standing. You, Miss Kaiser, formal. Yourself, not. And dumm, you remember? Stum. And that simply means stupid nowadays. Yeah? Originally dumb was related to stumm, which is mute. And because people thought in the past that mute people were dumb. It's not a nice history of the word. Yeah? And that's why you don't say a person is dumm anymore. Or ideally not stumm, we would say people are gehörlos oder nicht hörend, something like that, yeah, without hearing. So don't play dumb, don't play as if you don't understand. Frau Kaiser, ja. Sie wissen doch genau, worum es geht. Here is our new friend, worum, and you see it is was and the is due to es geht Yeah, the here, this is a fixed expression. The preposition belongs to es geht. It is about. So in the end, what about? It goes, or it is, what it is about. You know doch exactly what it is about. Die alte Frau schaut verzweifelt. Schauen, easy. Zweifel, we just had in the beginning, twofold, and if you're twofold you have doubts, so she is doubtful, maybe, it's possibly in there, but verzweifelt means desperate. Yeah, I haven't looked up the English etymology, but so somehow if you're desperate, there's possibly, you're torn between at least two possibilities. She looks desperate, or, well, maybe it's not, in this case, yeah, in despair, it's not wrong. Yeah, it is desperate, no better word. Nein, das weiß ich wirklich nicht, leave that to you. And here's another sentence. Here's a sentence that's actually good to know. If someone does something that really confuses you, irritates you, you ask, was soll denn das? Was soll denn das? What shall then that? Yeah. So basically, what is this? Like, what's the point? What's that all about? I would take that one. Yeah. What is this about? Was soll denn das? Ist das der Dank für meine Gastfreundschaft? Is that the, and danke, you know, which means thank you. So, is this the thank for my guest? And Freund is friendship. And a guest friendship is simply hospitality. Yeah, a guest friendship in German. Nice word. Ist das der Dank? Is that the thank? You wouldn't say that. Is this the thanks? Is this the gratitude for my hospitality? Well. Jetzt fällt ihr Stephans ins Wort. So, fallen, so he falls into the word, which simply means he interrupts or he intervenes. Just to make sure, interrupts her, cuts her off. To cut off is nicer. Frau Kaiser, Sie haben die Hunde vom Bundeskanzler entführt. Entführt, you remember, the Führer, the leader, this misleader. So you have the hounds of the federal chancellor kidnapped. Zusammen mit Herrn Fischer, we had zusammen, you remember the sum, somehow related to the sum, and if you do something as a sum, you're doing it together. Together might be related to gathering, to bring things together, so here you have it. Together with Mr. Fischer. Ich habe sie im Schuppen gefunden, als ich ihre Toilette benutzt habe. So the Z might irritate you. What were they talking about last? Let me... Yeah, so it's a bit... Yeah. So we were talking about 2 sentences ago. Sie haben die Hunde entführt. So the Z here refers to the Hunde. Yeah. There was 1 sentence in between which might irritate you. This one, there's nothing the Z refers to, so it must be the dogs. And I found them in the Schuppen, and Schuppen is basically like a shop, like you know from workshop. It's the same word. There's a different meaning to Schuppen if you talk about fish, but as we are not talking about fish, we just leave that. And it's kind of a shed as well. Yeah. So we found them in the shed when and remember, capital letter means you address someone formally. Yeah. Madam, toilet, benutzt, make use of someone's nuts, have. Sie wollten ein Lösegeld von Herrn Merkel erpressen. You remember pressen, to put pressure on something, and that means to blackmail from Mr. Merkel. So you, madam, wanted Yeah, the TE is the past form. A lose money. So money that you get when someone lets someone lose, someone go. And it might be related to, well, no, it's just my mnemonic, lose gold. So the ransom money usually is gold in loose form in German. Yeah, Germans don't pay anything else but lose gold as ransom. So she wanted to blackmail Mr. Merkel to get some ransom. Wenn Sie jetzt mithelfen könnten, können wir noch mal ein Auge zudrücken. When you now with help, yeah, I assume you figure this on your own easily now. Can we again, nochmal, once again, once more, but yeah. Well, let's say again, it's fine. Nochmal means again, one time. And Peter Drucker was also working with printing presses to print his books and experienced a lot of pressure. So zudrücken, ein Auge zudrücken is a fixed expression. Ich drücke nochmal ein Auge zu, basically close an eye. Yeah, just not take it too seriously or let it slide. So if you help now, we let it slide a little bit. Yeah, literally Auge zudrücken would mean this. Yeah, but you don't have to do that, you can just close it. Letzte Nacht hat mich Herr Fischer angegriffen. You remember greifen, the F turns into a P. So if someone grips you on your arm or on your body, it basically attacks you. Yeah? Angriff is an attack. Last night has me, Mr. Fischer, attacked. And the verb is here, hat angegriffen. Deswegen ist er heute Morgen in aller Früh weggefahren. Well, someone said farewell, yeah, drove away. So, and des, you recognize as an article, it looks like an article, but if it's not an article, which it isn't because there is no capital letter word following, it's simply that, yeah. And basically that, why is he, that's why he, oi, today, morning. In aller Früh is a very sweet expression, in all earliness. So he drove away very early. In aller Früh simply means in all. Bright and early, that's a nice one. Early in the morning, bright and early. In all earliness we say. Jetzt schaut Frau Kaiser nicht mehr verzweifelt, sondern wütend. Verzweifelt you might remember. Yeah? Frau Kaiser is looking not anymore torn between two options, meaning desperate, sondern asunder, but. Wotan, the god, the main god of the Germans, the German Zeus, and that was quite an angry guy, so angry. She doesn't look desperate anymore, she looks angry. And that was chapter 38, and hope you learned a little bit and enjoyed it, and see you in chapter 39.